always tell me that I don't look at this.
Welcome back. Kevin, I heard you say you're hungry. Gee, that stinks because we're making and eating one of America's favorite recipes today, shepherd's pie with Guinness.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to drink. Do not.
Okay.
No. Here to help
What are you
us.
talking about?
Because we need that beer.
Oh,
Chef
that's okay.
Chef Chris D'Agostino with the Boiler Room and Monty's Downtown is here to help us. Good morning.
Yep, another boiler room recipe. We have shepherd's pie. A lot of the recipes at the boiler room lend themselves very well to home cooking because we have a lot of home style recipes. But today we have shepherd's pie, which I guess can be these type of recipes like chicken pot pie that we did last week or the lobster pot pie can be a little controversial. Because everybody has their own way of making these type of recipes at home.
Okay.
But I always like to give tips on, what ingredients to use, and you don't have to use ground beef. You could use ground chicken, or you could use a lamb even, that type of thing. We put cheese on our shepherd's pie too, and not everybody does that.
Okay,
so
modify it to your taste.
We can modify everything to your taste. I give this a head start. The most important part of your shepherd's pie is to cook ground beef. Which ground beef we're using. We took a 1/4 cup of diced onion. We sauteed it in about 1 ounce of butter. And we saute that for about 2 minutes, and then we add the ground beef. We have 1 pound of ground beef, which you want to cook on high heat.
Okay.
Break up the ground beef a bit. And it's good to use a saute pan. A little more surface area, it's going to cook a bit quicker.
And you had the onions in first.
We had the onions in first, and we sauteed that in butter. Then we added the ground beef.
Yeah.
You want to break up the ground beef a bit. I'm going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And then Chris has the Guinness beer. So
Yes,
that's
we noticed.
you don't have to use beer. That's another.
There you go. Okay, you better not use it since I
you don't
drank
have
out
to.
of it.
So you're going to pour in about 4 ounces. Let me do it. Okay. We're sort of deglazing the pan, we call this.
Yeah.
So 4 ounces of beer gives it a really nice flavor, but again, you don't have to use the beer if you don't want to use any alcohol.
Would you use a substitute? Or like what kind of substitute if you didn't use the beer?
You could use white wine or nothing at all if you don't want to put alcohol in there. You could use red wine. It just depends on the flavor that you're looking for.
Okay, nice.
I think the Guinness gives it a bit more of a rich flavor.
Okay.
It's a very hearty beer.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
the expert.
So we wouldn't have enough time where we want to reduce this until there is very little liquid. It's just going to concentrate your flavors. We'll pretend that has reduced down a bit, and then we're going to add demi-glace sauce. This is a brown gravy. It is a pretty complicated process in the kitchen that we do, at Monty's and Boiler Room. At home, you can just use a beef gravy that you would buy in the store, or you can buy beef base and thicken that up. Okay. Add water and thicken it up with flour.
Make it a little easier.
Yeah, make it a little bit easier.
That sounds good to me.
So then we will cook this down until it is very thick again and concentrated. So it's a little bit of a timely process, but we have reserved here already.
This looks delicious.
Yeah.
Can I help you out with anything, man?
Yeah. You can help me try to plate these up.
Sounds
we have
good.
some ground beef which is chilled by now. But you can use it right from the pan and then plate it up, but we have it cold here. So this is our ground beef.
Okay.
You wanted to spoon that on. And a layer, you can use any type of casserole dish. You can use one large casserole dish and just make one for the whole family. But this is how we do it at the Boiler Room for 1 per person. It's a pretty big portion.
And these plates too, I love them. And you can get them in a little bit smaller sizes if you want to.
Yeah, you can make mini
up.
ones too. Yeah, we have little casserole dishes. You can do that. Yeah, but you were talking about
All right.
sort of
Yeah.
Then just
mini
dump on
ones.
some what?
Yep, you want to spread that out a little bit. And if we don't have time, we can finish this up after the break too. But then we'll sprinkle on green peas, and again, you can modify this however you want. You can use carrots, onions, any kind of vegetable. Green peas are, I think, a popular vegetable.
All
We
right.
have roasted corn.
Much more on this when we come back. Shepherd's pie.